Time. Okay,
Okay,
meeting's being recorded.
See,
stop talking about the other guys now.
yeah,
Talk nice, the recording started.
Gloria Jane,
Oh,
you gonna come over here and join the meeting?
I can hear.
No, you. She says she can hear. We're only on one computer this time.
hi Gloria.
Hi, Gary.
She's over there texting right now.
Ah,
Oh, she's playing poker. I'm sorry.
is she winning?
Yeah. It's play money, so it's okay.
Yeah. Hi Owen.
Hi.
She's coming.
Hi,
There
Gloria.
she is.
Let's see, where's my notebook?
So we're looking for Margie and Ken, huh?
Man, I'm hot.
Did everybody reply that they'd be here?
I didn't get any responses except from you and Owen. Jim and Don said that they didn't get the link.
I never saw it. I saw the change where they changed the time that time, but I never
Yeah.
saw a link until I asked today.
We were at our grandson's baseball game.
Oh.
Actually, we still had to leave early.
Jim, did you get my email for the background checks?
Yes, I did.
Okay,
Yep, got that printed off and set off into my files.
all right.
We have background checks, but we did it through iBurbs. And
I did too.
they took the money out of our account and everything, but they never sent us anything. So I don't know what to do about that.
I think you've got to request a copy of it.
So, okay. Okay. And then we used my email. And so the guy, what's his name? Don White, maybe? Is that
Yeah.
his name? Called me
Yeah.
twice and welcomed me twice into the iBurb. So I think they got mixed up with me and Rick. I don't know. So, but their iBurbs is not there right now though, are they?
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't think they were. I thought they took time off.
no, they're there.
Okay.
I don't know how they could mix you up. You're a lot prettier than he is.
Thank you. I've been sweating my butt off today. I'm dying. It doesn't feel like it's hot outside, but I don't know, sitting there in that chair watching Ryder play, it got really hot.
9710235.
9710235. Thank you.
Well, shoot, I hope Margie comes to the meeting because she's. the
Yeah,
one-
she's the main one we need here. She's the one planning quite a bit.
I know I talked to her one day. She's got a lot of stuff that she's already taken care of, so.
Here she is.
Oh, yeah. Connecting to audio, check.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Margie.
Hello.
Okay, I wasn't sure you could hear me.
We can hear
we
you,
hear
but
you,
we
can't
can't
see ya.
see you.
Oh, you can't? Okay, hang on. Well, come on.
Here you are.
Okay,
There she is.
Hey,
okay, well, I'm going to call the meeting to order. Ken comes, he can join in.
what's that?
Okay, the purpose of this meeting is so we can decide what we're gonna do going forward with the classes coming in a couple weeks.
Yep.
How many do we have signed up?
Well,
Hold on, it's on that. I got it in that file. Hold on. I've got
There she is.
29 minus the 2 that Paul had, so 27.
Okay. So the question out there is, do we want to continue with the class, do with this deal with the new COVID strain? Or what do we want to do?
Wow.
Yeah, well, we've already had inquiries online about that.
Yeah.
What's the instructor's take on it? How does he feel?
Okay, I've talked to him. And he said, whatever we decide, he'll, well, it's ours. It's,
Oh, yeah.
you know, it's our decision to make. I have actually 2 more that just paid.
Oh, yay. So it's
Good.
29?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. But there are concerns, and
Yeah.
I can tell you that somebody I just spoke with said he wants to know if people are vaccinated or not, because he feels like it's his right to stay away from them if they're not.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
And so we didn't say anything about that. You know, we weren't in this position. We didn't know when we started back up, but basically he definitely would like to know. You know, I mean, that's their prerogative to not get vaccinated, but it's also his prerogative not to be around them if they're not. And if they're not vaccinated, I say they definitely have to wear a mask. That's my opinion. That's what I think that they should do, but it's open for discussion.
Well, with all the counties in Indiana being at a high risk area right now, the mask mandate would, I think, would be necessary.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying the same
For
thing.
non-vaccinated,
What's that?
for non-vaccinated.
Well, you know,
Right.
the
Yeah, but-
vaccination doesn't stop it anymore.
I think
Oh.
for everybody.
I think if we're gonna have this, I think everybody has to be masked. I hate to say it because we're vaccinated, but
Right. Yeah, well, we are too. But I mean, I actually intend to, oops, sorry. I probably will wear a mask, at least if I feel like I'm close enough to somebody that, you know,
Is the
There's-
facility large enough to give us some spacing?
what's that?
Is the
Yeah,
facility large
we
enough? to
had
give us spacing?
40 before, over 40, and we were pretty well spaced out
Okay.
then. I mean, do you guys think we were?
I think so, yes. And also I think that that if everybody would say whether they've been vaccinated or not, we could put the unvaccinated people in the other corner.
I just don't agree with that. People
I
have the
kind
right
of do
to,
agree with it, honestly.
but you don't
but-
want to I don't want to single out people. I don't know. I just don't think that's a good thing to do. I mean, they have the right to get it or they have the right not to. And I'm mad at people who are not getting it because we're never going to get out of this.
Well, to me, it's not even about that, though. It's about everybody who is vaccinated has a right to be protected too. You know,
I
I
do
mean-
agree. I do agree. I just hate the singling out people.
well, it's like a matter of, I don't know how, like I said, most of the people I've talked to have said they're vaccinated. But I mean, there's probably a few I haven't talked to, so we don't really know their status. But I think we need to okay. I had mentioned before, we have our online group, right? And we have a lot of people in there. It was a private group for this class, but there's lots of people in there that are not going to the class.
Mhm.
I think, now this is just a way I think we could handle it. I think that we need to, and I mentioned this to Robert, because he and I talked about it quite a bit the other day. I think we need to remove everybody from the group that isn't going to press it.
Thought that all along. I don't even know why
Because
they
if
were in
they're-
the group.
Well, they were in the group. We put it out there so they would know about it. And then they had the option of being in it. That's the only reason. So if they're not going at this point, they don't need to be in it. It should be private. And then we address the situation with the people that are paid to go.
What, you want to do that on a Facebook posting that, why don't you just send everybody that's signed up, send them an email? And
Well, that,
tell
I
them
thought
they
we
must
should do that
respond. To
too.
do it on a Facebook posting, I think you're putting it out to everybody else, and that's not fair.
Well,
No,
no, I
But
what
wouldn't
you
have-
need to do
Why don't
is
you handle that? You're good.
you need to split that and you have an actual private group start a new group with just the people that are coming to the event. I mean, I'm not
Yeah,
going to be there, so my opinion is outside of the whole prerogative.
Yeah.
But if frankly, if you're going to have to let them know, you make a group that is limited to the people that are going to be in attendance, and you can
Well,
talk
no, that's what I
more
meant.
openly than you can if you post it any other way.
That's exactly what I was talking about. Just making it to the people that are actually planning on attending the event.
Okay, so we're looking at making up here's our plan for the COVID. We're gonna ask for masks, we're gonna try to do spacing, and we're gonna send something like that to the ones that are attending.
I think if people have, like I said, I don't know if there's people who haven't been. Has everybody in this group been vaccinated that's going?
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
I mean, I think everybody that's in, yeah, okay.
But I'm sure there's one or two that have not
Well, there
been
will be.
vaccinated.
There will be.
Yes, I'm sure of it. So,
Well,
Then what
then,
we need to do, we need to say, if you have not been vaccinated, you need to wear a mask. Mask, everybody else, it's an option. If you want to wear a mask, wear the mask. If you don't want to wear it, don't wear a mask if you're vaccinated. That's an option. There is no mandate from the governor of Indiana saying you have to wear a mask right now.
no,
Put
there's
down
not.
that masks are suggested
Yeah,
regardless, but they're under the current mandate or the current rules, they're not an absolute requirement.
They're left up to the meeting holders.
yeah, it is left up to us we can have a mask mandate for this, just like other places will say, you can't come in if you don't have a mask on, or you can't attend this if you don't have a mask on. I mean, it's a small group of people and I think I don't think it's our right. I think it's our obligation to the
then again,
people
do we
who,
want to sit there 8 hours all day wearing a mask all day?
Well, I think,
Well-
but I think if we social distance, like I'm sure Rick and I'll be sitting together somewhere. So we're always together, so we shouldn't have to wear a mask when we're sitting there together. Because remember when we had those tables set up, there was like 3 or 4 people that could sit at a table. Hopefully we can distance people enough to where you're sitting there taking notes and stuff, you don't have to have a mask on.
okay,
Unless
like-
you feel like you need to. If you feel like you need to, great. But remember, Robert said we were going to get up and do a lot of interaction things.
that's what,
That's gonna need a mask.
Exactly. That's what yeah.
and that might be difficult, so I mean, that's honestly, we're here at Larry and Tricia's, and Larry said if we don't do it, he will ask to get up and ask, because he said he doesn't want to be standing right with somebody, interacting with them if they have been vaccinated,
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Uh,
and he's really nervous about it.
So we're looking at something similar to a classroom situation like they're doing at schools. You're going to your class, from your class, you're masked up. Once you're seated in your seat and you're spaced, you can take the mask off at your discretion.
unless you haven't been vaccinated.
Yeah.
And then I do think that they need to be wearing a mask.
Well,
Gloria,
that's what the social distancing is for also. So if you
What's that?
got them over 6 foot apart and away from you, they could be seated and without the mask, I would think.
but you're talking about 8 hours. You're
Right.
not about an hour. You know, you're talking about definitely, I mean, you can be 6 foot away, but if you're sitting 6 foot away from somebody for 8 hours, you know, it's not quite like going even into a restaurant now. And you go in, you eat, you take your mask off, you eat and leave. That you're there for maybe an hour or a little more, you know, it's not like all day.
Same time though, at the restaurant, you don't know if they're vaccinated or not neither when they come up
You're
to.
right. That's why we
Right.
don't get too many yet, or again. We go in, but not often. And you're taking your own chance then, you know.
What's everybody else's thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, this is really what it comes down to.
I-
You gotta,
I like what Jim said, where if you're sitting down, you don't need your mask, but when you get up,
Yeah, but if they're not vaccinated, they need to wear a mask all the time. I mean, that's the thing. They're
Yeah.
not vaccinated. And like Larry, I mean, some people probably have, some people coming might have that, what is it called? Immune thing,
yeah,
Immunocompromised.
isn't it? We don't want people to get COVID.
no,
So I guess we should tell people to mask up.
And you got people that are passing it on, even if they are vaccinated.
Right,
Yeah.
right. We can pass it on. That's exactly right.
yeah.
So it comes down to, are we going to mandate masks? Or are we simply going to say they are highly recommended?
Can we ask for people to show their vaccine card?
I don't want to do that. I mean, I understand, but
Okay, but you do want to.
Papers.
No, I'm okay. I'm just like getting it to, okay, you don't want to do that, but you want the people, I'm not trying to be argumentative. I'm
Oh,
just
no.
being realistic. Okay, you don't want to ask them to show a card to see that they actually had a vaccine, but you do want them to mask up if they haven't had a vaccine.
Well, you're in the
See
same
what I'm
boat.
saying?
it's
Yeah,
just
it's the same
hard.
thing. You're not showing.
It is hard. It's life. It's the way it is in the world right now. We're just one little thing that evidently, you know, we've got quite a few people now that want to come to it. And I think most of them want to come in a safety thing. This couple that just paid was Justin Branson at that one. And at that time, you know, they didn't wear masks. And there was 100 people there for that. So who knows if some people got COVID or not from it, you know?
Yeah.
There hadn't been any knowledge of it, you know, but I mean, I asked, Robert said he hadn't heard that anybody got it there. He will test himself because he said, I project and I don't want to take any chances. I'm going to be flying there. He's coming on Wednesday before, and he will test himself before he gets in front of us. I mean, he suggested the temperatures. He said, can you guys do a temperature thing? And temperature thing to me is just worthless because not everybody if I show that I have 98.6, I got a temperature. So, I mean, how good is that for, you know, I don't know that that's a very good option. And I told him that. I said, that temperature thing I did it every day last year at school. And I never showed a temperature, you know, as far as 98.6, I mean, to 100. I never showed no temperature, but I could have had a little bit of temperature at some point in time.
How does Robert feel? I mean, does he feel confident that this is a good thing to do, that traveling and all this
Well,
stuff? is a good
he's
thing?
bought his tickets. He will come, but he said it is entirely up to us.
So in other words, it don't bother me.
He's, well,
I think it does
within
bother me.
reason.
He's gonna be testing.
yeah.
So here's the option.
Yeah.
We just want to cancel.
I hate canceling it again because, I mean,
I hate canceling at this point too. We're 2 weeks out, what, 2
Yep.
weeks?
yeah, but
Out.
the variant wasn't happening when we started planning this,
I
and
know.
now,
I know. And I mean, we've just, like I said, I just had 2 more people pay. They're, wanting to come. But they asked about what our plan was going to be. I mean, a lot of people didn't ask what our plan was going to be, but I told them that we would, if I spoke with them, that we would be sending out something right before the class to give them an update on everything. And to me, honestly, if they don't feel like this is a good way to try to be sure to keep it from spreading, then they could get their money back and not come, if they don't want to kind of go by whatever.
do you think we should do what you guys said? Get everybody's name, send everybody an email that's coming. And maybe we should ask them what they think. Do you want to show cards? Do you want to wear a mask?
Can't show cards.
Why can't you?
Why is that?
It's
Why
because-
can't
There's a thing called HIPAA law.
Oh, is
No, you can if you're willing to, Owen. If you're
That's just-
willing to, I'm willing to show everybody our cards.
Not
I
everybody.
have a problem showing mine, but I'm saying there's a thing called HIPAA law. You don't have
Right.
to
You
disclose-
can't-
disclose anything.
You can't force them to,
Yeah.
but you can ask them if they would feel more comfortable being in a room with 25 other people for 2 days.
Like I said myself, personally, I don't have a problem showing my card. I have no problem at all showing it. I've had the vaccine. I'm not have no problem with it at all.
Well, that's what I'm getting
But I
at.
mean,
You can't,
we
I
can't say, I
wouldn't,
can't say how Joe Blow's going to say how he feels about showing his card.
right. Not
other
everybody
than-
feels that way. I don't think. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know.
like I said,
So,
most
Problem
of the-
is you're gonna have to, if you want to ask whether they've been vaccinated, that's really all you can really legally do, and you have to trust on
Yep.
rely on their honesty.
Yep.
Hopefully, you're dealing with a group of people in our
Yeah,
business that are
hopefully.
relatively
I
honest.
hope.
You would think that Santa would get the vaccine.
Well, yeah,
No.
if he wants to
No.
do a season, he should get the
Yeah.
vaccine.
You would think he would. I mean,
well, we've had a few
What
die
if-
recently that didn't.
What if we go with 2 different emails? We send one now saying we are going to suggest that everyone wear masks, and it may change as we get closer. And then just right before we send it out, yes, it has progressed. We are mandating masks at this point. Because if we say we are requesting everyone to wear a mask and we get kickback, then we'll know if those people are not going to come or whether or not we'll
Even
have
if
that
they're
kickback.
vaccinated,
Anyone that's not vaccinated will be
Oh.
recommended to be wearing masks at all times. At this point. But let them know that it may change as we get closer to the actual class.
You're obliged to go along with the recommendations of the state or the local local event, right? Local
Right. Health Department.
county right there. And, if the bottom line is if they just go with masks are recommended, then that's where you're almost stuck.
So
No,
at
you
this
have the
point,
right
then
to-
at this
tell
point, then we
everybody.
are stuck with the masks are recommended, and
yeah.
that's what we need to put out.
Yeah.
well, I mean,
there-
like we have people coming, remember we have them coming from Missouri, Michigan, Illinois, Ohio, Kentucky, and Minnesota.
And all of which are in the same situation that we are at this point.
yeah.
I'm traveling myself every week to a different state, so right
None
now.
of those are the really high.
I just, I don't know what to do, you guys. I mean, I really don't.
I just think that you're not gonna be able to make everybody wear a mask.
Well, I think if you tell them they have to, they have to. I mean,
You can't.
You can't tell them,
make
there's
them.
not a mandate in the state of Indiana. It's a recommendation.
oh. Well, then we're gonna lose people because there are people who are very nervous about this.
Well,
Here's the thing.
then unfortunately,
you
that's a
can't
call that they have to
mandate it.
make personally.
You can mandate it for your own event. And the reason you can is, I mean, I know a girl that came down here last weekend to what used to be, oh, I don't know, that up by Noblesville where they have the concerts. What is
The
that called? What?
The Ruhoff.
Yeah. And she was going to a concert. She's from Illinois. She had to wear a mask. And up in Chicago, they had to wear a mask. Everybody had to wear a mask. They had to either show a vaccine card or show that they'd had a COVID test within the last so many hours to get in. And if you got to the gate and you didn't have that, you couldn't go.
And their big
So-
Lollapalooza that they had there, that was wide open.
Yes, it was.
But
You,
if you see
you
the
wouldn't have
pictures-
found me at that place.
But if you see the pictures from these concerts, even at the Ruhoff, yeah, they may have mandated a mask, but there wasn't hardly anybody in those pictures wearing masks.
You know, I just watched the Colts game. There was hardly nobody wearing a mask on that
No.
game.
No, and they're not going to have mask police running around inside the auditorium saying, "No,
No.
you got to go now." We have to
Bottom
send
line
out
is
that
you
our,
stick
that our
with-
present health department recommendation is that we recommend everyone to be masked
Inside.
inside,
Yes. Well, let's go with that then.
and that we will be distancing or socially distancing our seating inside the classroom
Yes,
so that they know we are taking steps.
Yeah.
And
We'll have,
whether you believe in it, Margie, or not, even the doctor's offices take the temperature every time. And that's one more thing that you can do every day that looks like you're really making an effort to
yeah,
be safe.
that's
do
what
it even if regardless, just do it. It
Right.
doesn't, it's no big deal.
yeah, I have that kind of a thermometer. I mean, that it is no big deal to me, I just don't think it's a good option or guideline, but yeah, I
No,
mean,
but it
we,
looks good.
we're planning on doing that. And we're going to have hand sanitizer, and we're going to have, we can get some masks, available.
I on a daily basis have to spray my school bus down a couple times a day. I have my own sprayer. I could bring that and dust the room if they want twice a day.
I have that 24 spray
That
too.
would be great. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with that. That's just another precaution that we're taking.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So we're
Hello.
gonna go on with it, huh?
Hello?
What
Right.
if we say,
Hello?
if you,
Yeah, I am.
how would you could say to them, if you are,
The bottom line is, all you have to do, Margie, really is say that you're following what the mandates that are in
Yes.
effect at that particular time.
Yes.
If you desire to be more protective than that, that's on you, so to speak. I mean, if you would like to do more than what the mandates require yourself, if you want to wear a mask, even though it's not an absolute, that's fine. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
no, I,
You're gonna go with what mandates are in effect at that time, which gives you wiggle room if it changes and gets tighter than it is now.
But with that said, I would say, because we're 2 weeks out.
Yeah.
I would say if it really starts crapping out like it did last year, I think we're gonna have to postpone. I mean, but again, we're only 2 weeks out.
Yeah,
But like if they come and say, what county are we in?
Marion.
Oh, we're still, yeah, that's right. We're in Marion
Oh,
County.
that's in Hendrick.
That's in Hendricks County. If they say that Hendricks County is in the red, that's where we're gonna be at.
Yep. Yeah, that's beyond our control. So again, it's like at this present time, this is the health department recommendation. We are going to abide by that. Masks are suggested for everyone's use. We will be social distancing within the classroom. We will be taking temperatures of everyone as they enter the classroom. And we will be sanitizing the classroom daily.
We do have a forehead temperature thing that we can bring with us.
Okay.
I have one.
and two, you would think if the Santa is not feeling good, he would not show up for class.
You would think.
Don't
And
you?
has paid this much money and with the hotel reservations, he's going to show up for that class.
No, not if he, okay, but if he gets sick 2 days before, cancel those reservations and
No,
don't.
it's just a little bug. It's not COVID. I'll be okay. Yeah, it'll happen. So basically that's what we're gonna have to go with. Do we have a wording that we can give Margie to actually put onto the Facebook page for all attendees?
What all do we want to have? You guys text it to me. I mean, if you each have ideas about what you think you want on there. And like I said, since I really have talked to a lot of the people, I definitely just need to be sure that I have all the contact information so I can. And do you have a problem with me saying something to the effect if you feel I'm trying to think of the word I want to use.
Well, it's on all the businesses. If you feel sick, don't come.
Yeah.
But I was just thinking, if we gave them the option to show their vaccine card or send us a copy of it, I mean, you don't have to, but if you're willing to do that,
I would never send you a copy of my
Maybe
vaccine
get a
card. It's
better
got too much
idea.
information.
Yeah,
Yeah. But you would show the copy there at the school, right?
If they would ask, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't,
Some
I don't
people
think
will.
we should send it, but yeah, if they
No.
want to
People will.
show when they come in, that's great.
yeah, we would just,
Leave the
appreciate
card
it.
out of the game. That's bad
Yeah.
news.
That's right.
that's a law thing that we can get in trouble for.
Yep.
If we say if they're willing to show it,
Nope.
What?
All we can do is
Nope.
ask.
yeah, that's what I meant.
No, I mean, all we can do is ask if they've been vaccinated. We can't have them verify it and prove it to us.
Yeah, we're not the state of New York, where we can't we can't make people show it.
We have enough trouble as being the state of confusion.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're willing to, I think it's a good thing.
Yeah, but you can't ask people on an email even to do that right now.
Well, but she can word it in there to say, if you're willing to
No.
show, I think she could. Why, if you're willing to,
Oh.
Yeah, I think so too. Why is that? Why do you think that's not? If you're willing to show it, it would just make everybody feel more comfortable, And like I said, Larry says he wants to know if somebody isn't vaccinated because he wants to be sure that he doesn't get. I knew this was going to be a problem when this all started up again, Mm-mm. I mean, we're doing I think we can do all the right things.
And that's basically what we want to tell everybody. We want to thank them for their interest in the class and assure them that we are going to be taking steps to help secure the safety and health of all of our attendees. To that effect, here is what we are asking at this time. in accordance with Indiana Health Department regulations, we are requesting everyone to have a mask, wear it at their discretion at this time.
Well, that's the
And then
CDC. It's not
remind them
just
again of
Indiana.
the spacing and of the sanitation and that stuff. And let them know that this is subject to change as we get closer to the class.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea, Jim. I think that's what you just said.
Yeah.
I- You know, I think that's a good way to say it.
Because we can't make everybody wear a mask right now.
No, but if,
But we want to assure the ones that are coming that, yes, we are going to take steps to try to protect all of us.
right,
Yes, we will have the hand sanitizer there. We will take, let you go ahead and bring, if you would, go ahead and bring the duster or whatever you're doing.
Yep.
We'll wipe things down. I'll bring some stuff that wipes things down. on
I've
the
got
table.
stuff to plenty of it. And also I was thinking maybe at the lunchtime, like not have everybody come into that little area that we had before, you know.
right. I think that's a definite
That-
good plan.
We'll just have people go up in groups or
I'm gonna-
individuals.
Yeah,
Now, the places that are doing buffets
Yeah.
now are actually offering them gloves for the individuals to put on
Yeah,
when they're serving themselves. Do we want to have that?
we're not
option
gonna
available?
have a buffet. We're
Okay,
not
but
having
how
a
are we serving?
buffet.
Everything's wrapped up, right,
Individually
Marcy?
wrapped. What?
Everything's individually wrapped.
Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, so
And I'll
how's,
I can be back there with gloves on and, you know, if you want something else, I'll hand it to them, you know,
Yeah.
whatever.
that might not be a bad idea, Margie.
No, that was definitely in the plans. With, and I will have a mask on
Okay,
to do that, so.
so
okay,
we've got that basically nailed down. What else do we need to get ready to go for this class?
We are bringing all the waters. We're gonna have two great big coolers full of water. We'll have them on ice. I think Owen said that you was maybe bringing some chips. Is that correct?
I got chips.
Okay. Are they gonna be
Individual bags.
individual bags?
They're individual bags.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. So that way nobody can worry about COVID on that.
Okay, how many did you get, Owen, just so I know?
I
What,
got 3 things of 18 right now, but I'm probably gonna get a couple more.
For 2 days.
Because at the time, when we did, we only had 20 some people sign up, so I'll get some more.
We have 'em both days.
how does she do that?
She don't.
Well, wait, there's yeah, okay. What's that?
Margie, you're talking
What?
like you're a
Yeah.
Star Wars person.
Yeah,
What?
for bandwidth.
Whatever.
Your voice goes
Take
into
it off
like
your rock
Star
band
Wars
then.
mode, and I'm like, how does she do that?
Well, I don't know. I didn't know
It
it
says
was.
it says her bandwidth is low, so it's
Wait
something to do with
wait till
her.
she
Oh,
started
bandwidth.
rapping.
really?
But like I said, I got
I
3 things
was
of chips
not
right now.
aware
There's
of
18 in a package, and I'm gonna pick up a couple more. So we should have plenty of chips.
What
Somebody,
about, what about for
somebody-
breakfast?
yeah, well,
I mean,
Is the
we can
hotel
pick up
providing breakfast?
donuts, but how you gonna do donuts? Are you gonna have tongs or something to where? you
But
put
then everybody
the don-
touches the same tongues.
Well,
no,
again,
And that's the we
well,
serve.
I'll figure that out. I'll
Or
figure that
somebody
out.
can serve a donut to a
yeah, as
person.
long
with
as
the
Margie
one-
has gloves on and does the serving, I think we
Okay.
cover
Does,
cover
does
ourselves there.
does La Quinta provide a breakfast?
We don't have
Well,
to, but we had
they're
milk and
supposed
donuts last year and
Yeah.
coffee.
Yeah, they're supposed to, but some are and some are. And so I don't know what they're gonna be doing on that date, you know?
I don't know how we're
but-
gonna do the meet and greet. Remember last year, we just had everything on the table and people just, I don't know how we're gonna do the meet and greet this year.
I don't know. I don't know. I hadn't really thought about the meet and greet. I've thought about the meals.
I know.
Well,
But
somebody
remember
was
last year,
gonna,
everything was open and we just went through and got whatever we wanted.
Yeah.
Well,
right. I think we probably need to portion it in baggies or something, you know, and
yeah. Well, we'll
Somebody said they were bringing cookies.
I'll be bringing several dozens, at least 3 dozen cookies.
Oh,
wow.
somebody
Basically, a
else.
monthly.
Harry Stanley's got cookies.
Oh, does he?
Oh.
Okay.
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 Um. Well, I'm wondering about the coffee though.
That somebody's, I thought you was bringing a curd.
Is there an
Yeah.
urn available?
Oh, what?
An urn? Coffee urn?
There is, but we didn't do it that way. We
Okay.
did the Keurig last time,
Uh,
and so people could just get their own. But then that means that same thing, So uh,
means a lot of
let
touching.
me, yeah, let me. I'll think that out. I'll figure out something.
could do a urn of coffee for the cost of 2 Keurigs.
Okay, so Jim, you're bringing cookies.
I was gonna bring cookies, but then he just said Stanley's bringing some, so,
That's all right. Bring some more.
all righty.
Santa
he
likes
said-
cookies.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Stanley said they were bringing like a lot of cookies.
A
Well,
lot
we
of
need it for
cookies.
the meet and greet too, so.
Yeah,
Well,
Yeah,
we
I
okay.
can
know.
use it for
snacking throughout
the
the
2
class.
lunches and then the meet and greet.
Okay, that's fine
So-
then.
Lunches and snacks throughout the class.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Breakfast. I like cookies for breakfast.
You haven't had a Con-Can and Snickerdoodle for breakfast. You haven't lived.
That's right.
do you want me to go out and buy some packages of some kind of bakery stuff that are already individually packaged
Well,
up?
that's what I was thinking I might do. I was thinking I might get that, like some muffins,
Yes.
or I could get packages of muffins at Sam's Club and put them in Ziploc bags. It's probably cheaper that way, and
Yeah, I don't think our meet and greet is gonna be like it was last year. We're not gonna have all the variety that we had. We just need to
yeah,
have,
I don't think that's necessary,
No,
really. I mean, we can.
no.
Well, just to let you
I
know,
mean-
all the hotels that I'm going to right now, I get hot breakfasts, I get waffles, I get eggs, I get
Yep.
sausage, I get oatmeal. I mean, everything is all laid out to where you go in there with your tongs and get them.
Yep.
And that's all opened up at all the hotels I'm going to right now.
Well, actually, we just got back from trips, and most
I can do that.
some were that way, some were not. Some had nothing, a bag. That might be a thing to. I might could get a little individual bags and put everybody's name on it, just like kind of a school lunch thing. But it would have some snacks in there and some, I mean, there's only less than 30 people, so it's not like we got tons.
And
He
we got
said
everybody's, and we got everybody's health requirements as far as their diabetes, and I can't have this sugar item, or,
I asked people, not one person has told me that I have spoke with that they had any food allergies or any special request, but we all need to add that in because maybe I haven't talked to everybody, so I'll put that in the letter. And
yeah, because a lot of the
we're
cookies and
here,
stuff are gonna
like I
be,
said, you what?
a lot of the cookies and stuff will be exposed to peanuts, so that's something we have to let them know.
Yeah, definitely need to keep that separated.
You don't have to let me know anything. I'll eat it all.
There you go.
And he's
Just let me know
diabetic.
that that's your finger that I'm biting.
That's basically what everybody mostly said that I asked that question to. Don't worry, I'll eat whatever.
That's right.
I'll have Trish help me write up a letter, and then I will send it out and see what you guys, if there's something needs to be
Jim
changed.
can go ahead and, what he just put in, he could probably type it up for you and send it to you.
I think, yeah, what Jim had put together there a while ago would be the thing you probably ought to use.
Yeah.
That was pretty, I think everybody agreed that was pretty slick.
Well, I meant like
It was
maybe we
on
should
spot.
add about food, if anybody has food restrictions or allergies, because I didn't speak to everybody, so I don't really know. There could be somebody who does
Okay.
that
Well,
I
I'll-
didn't.
I'll
talk
type
to.
up and forward to you. I'll type up and forward to you, Margie, what I had said.
Okay,
and you can go through that and make changes, additions.
Well,
to
or
the food
it
allergy
was more or
stuff and
less
all.
not changes, but add something if we
Yeah, the
needed
food
to.
allergy stuff and that type of thing.
Okay.
I agree.
Yeah.
Food's taken care of, class taken care of. As far as we've got the audio stuff all set up, tables
Yep.
and chairs setting up, that's all taken care of, or we.
I've
need to-
got I'm asking my son to come there and make sure that the audio is set up for him the way it should be.
Okay,
He's good at that stuff. I'm hoping that he's able to get over there and do that for us.
and I'm assuming that he's gonna use a hands-free headset, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll hook him up. We're going to the same place we went the last time and
Okay.
they'll hook him up.
And Robert brings part of his own equipment too.
Right,
So
he did that too. Yeah, and if you're coming to class and you're a cold-blooded person, Robert keeps the room like at 50 degrees, just FYI.
It should be.
Bring
If
a
you're an
sweater.
animated storyteller, you should have it cold.
All the women were complaining about how cold it was, and Rick turned the heat up, and boy, he busted Rick right away.
Yeah, he did.
You
You
turn that
did,
heat
but
up,
we-
the audience goes to sleep. You gotta keep them awake.
yeah. Well, we did have one that went to sleep. He's not attending
Yes.
this year.
Yes.
He woke him up and he was almost sitting in the front of the room.
Oh,
Yeah.
Who
Oh,
was it
boy.
that we called? Patrick Lenz showed up for Larry Shaw, which he's gonna be there also at our meeting too for
He
Robert.
is?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he is really good at
He is really good.
with his background.
I enjoyed him.
Yeah. He's a nice guy.
Yeah.
Real nice guy.
I didn't know he was coming.
He's one of the very first Santas I ever worked with besides Wayne. He came from Kentucky to the reservoir or the what is it up there where on the
Dice
northeast side?
Reservoir.
Geist Reservoir.
Geist.
He and I were Santa and Mrs. Claus at the yacht club there together.
Wow.
Yeah. It's been a long time ago. It was in the beginning when I first started. It was pretty neat. So I've known him since the beginning. But yeah, we got one guy flying in besides Robert from Minnesota. So I
Wow.
mean, it's kind of cool that we've attracted those people. And the people that just signed up from Missouri, Robert met them in Branson and he recommended for them to come to this because they took his class in Branson. And she told me that they are trying to write a play or a musical or something about Santa and Mrs. Claus. And they're hoping, depending on this COVID thing, to lease a big place and have this production at Christmas. So they were really interested in, coming to this class.
Well, hopefully Christmas is good this year.
That'd be good.
It'd be good.
It
It's
was
gonna
good.
be.
My
Christmas is
biggest,
always-
my
Signed a big
biggest fear
contract
is
already.
that all these children, these little children, none of them are going to be vaccinated.
No. And I'm telling you, I go to school every day with the two boys, and especially last year, they're not wearing masks this year yet, but those kids are resilient. They all had their masks on. Nobody was complaining. Once they started wearing the mask, they were fine. They got used to it. They were fine. So
Are they wearing them this year, Gloria?
yet, but Plainfield has a
Yeah.
very good COVID protocol. Why can't I say that word? They have a good
Protocol.
COVID policy. Like Ryder plays on a football team. There was 5 people that were exposed, 5 kids exposed to COVID. And so the game got canceled. And those 5 kids are in quarantine for 10 days. So, they really do. They're doing doing good. And I think eventually they'll have to go back to mask though, but they haven't yet. So, and nobody, I mean, last year they didn't have hardly anybody that had to go into COVID protocol. But yet this year there's been several so far. So,
Well, I mean, there's already been elementary schools that's closed
yes.
because of it. So it's like that, that's my biggest worry about being around all these children, you know?
Yes, because they can't get vaccinated yet.
Yeah.
And they're little germ carriers.
So. Well, so is there any other things we need to think about that we need to let all the people, people who haven't done, this is something that needs to be on that letter too, is people who have not done their survey yet for Robert. And it was on our
And my
page.
survey. I've
But
already done
maybe-
my
I
survey.
did mine.
Okay,
Did mine.
maybe I need
You
to
did?
find that link.
Didn't I?
Have you done
I
yours
think
yet,
so.
Jim?
I did.
Yeah.
You sent the link up.
Do you
for
have
me.
the link then? for that?
She did it.
Yeah, you sent the link to me.
Okay.
I was gonna say, if you want to put that link in that letter about the survey, that'd
I
be
can
good.
find it,
'Cause
yeah.
these are all kind of things that we need. I told people that they would be, I actually have told people that as we got close, we would be sending them a letter or something
Yeah.
out. So they're expecting something.
Okay. So we'll get this one out within the next couple of days, and then again, right before we'll send out a final one. Here's where we're at. Nothing's changed. We're still gonna go with the recommendations and that type of thing.
And if we're lucky, you know, everything will start dropping.
Yeah.
We're lucky.
Well, don't count on that.
Well, think positive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I read a lot.
I do too. Think positive.
Margie, is Purdue all masked up now?
They're supposed to be.
That's what I thought. I thought I heard that.
They're supposed to be, but it's going to be really a tough call getting those kids back in a mask after they've been out of mask all this time. And all the young ones, it's not the new ones coming to Purdue haven't had to do that, you know, and supposedly they're going to get some kind of slap on the hands if they don't. So what, you know,
Yeah. Hey, did
Yep.
Purdue overbook their freshman class this year?
well, it's the biggest it's ever been. So
I know
I
a
think they
couple of colleges I've heard have overbooked,
Yeah.
and they're having to put kids up in like libraries and
Well,
office
they're
areas.
going 4 people in a room that normally is 2 in some of the areas.
Oh my,
yeah, nothing's gonna pass between them there. There's no COVID
no.
problem.
I know our house is going to be 75, 76 this year. And for the past 2 years, we've only had 50 or less. Now we're going to be at 75.
Margie,
Yeah.
Margie, can you do me a favor? When you send me a check, don't send a cashier's check.
I guess I don't really want to send, I did that for a good reason. And that reason was that way it was an official check. It's not coming from my personal account. From the PayPal, there's probably only going to be one more check.
Whose account is it going into?
What?
When
The-
it comes,
the-
when it comes from PayPal, who's it going into?
Well, I mean, I put that in my account
Okay,
and then I
just write
transfer
me a
it to,
check from your account, because otherwise I gotta go to the bank.
wow, I have to go to the bank to get it in there.
Okay, I don't. Except for
don't
the
have to-
cashier's checks.
You have to take the cashier check into the bank?
Yeah, the rest of
Wow.
them, they'll, you know, I can electronically
Yeah.
deposit, but cashier's check, you gotta take it in.
I'll be darned. Didn't know that.
Okay, anything else?
Are you hearing anything yourself on the class from people?
No, I'm not hearing nothing. I got so much other stuff going on right now. I've not really been online quite a bit. I got quite a bit going on.
I'm not even on Facebook anymore right now, until I get home on the weekends. So the new company I'm with, I don't have it on my phone. I don't have it on my computer that they allow me to use. So until another 4 or 5 weeks, when I get myself what is it? A tablet.
Yeah.
Be able to have my own stuff, but
Oh, you don't have your own phone?
no, it's a company phone.
Oh,
And it's everything's strictly for work.
Yeah.
No, there's no apps whatsoever on that phone.
I can't even put an app on here to put my cameras on the house, security on the house. Nothing personal at all.
It'll be
I think-
okay in a couple of
I
weeks.
think I'd be having a.
All I get
flip
on my
phone.
phone.
I think I'd be having a flip phone because I wouldn't like that.
We'll be okay in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Just getting used to the whole change.
I'm good.
Can you call Gloria on it?
I can
Yeah.
call Glow. Yeah. But yeah, no, I don't have any other questions. I think, is there any other foods or anything that we need to help bring? Did you want us to get Cokes and the 2-liter, the Dollar General stuff that you put in there and they can pour it,
No, that'll be,
or
no.
just waters are fine?
Well, I'm gonna be having Coke, so I'll be doing
Yeah,
something, but
that's another thing you should put in that paper thing, Jim. If you want any kind of beverage other than
Water.
water and coffee, right? Water and coffee, bring a cooler with your stuff in it. Because I don't think it's a good idea to go buy 2 liters. Then we got to get cups. Then you got people touching the 2-liter and the cups. It's
You
just a
gotta
whole
provide
big
ice.
process.
I would have said a cans, not, or a bottle or something. I wouldn't have went with the 2 liters.
No.
You don't want to go with 2
Small
liters with the
cans.
exposure that you got there, what we've been
Yeah.
worrying about.
I just think if they want to drink a Coke or something, they can bring their own coolers of stuff. BYB, BYC, whatever.
BYB, bring your
Bring
own
your own-
bottle.
You know?
Bring
BYOB.
your own bottle.
Yeah, but do they have to keep it behind the bar?
We had, where you shoot some moonshine while we're there?
No, yeah.
Is there anything else you think of?
We'll
Owen?
get rid of that COVID that way.
That's that
There's
sake.
that third vaccine for you.
Yeah, there you go.
Anybody that has expenses, send me, you can just scan me the receipt and I'll reimburse you from the account.
Well, we're all donating our
Yeah,
this ourselves.
we're donating ours. Margie be the only person that should turn something in, seriously.
I donated for that too.
Oh, that's right.
I donated $100 into that.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
He did.
So we're just gonna buy waters.
All
They
right.
In there, right? So we can, if we need to put more ice in a cooler or something.
Yeah, well, ice is cheap, not a problem. We'll get ice.
Dollar Tree, $1 a bag.
Okay,
Right.
And you get up early at the hotel and you fill your cooler.
That's
there
right.
you go.
We have a lot of rooms that are taken at the hotel. I mean, I think
Good.
that.
Good.
Good.
That's good. That's good. We really can't justify staying at a hotel. We only live like a minute
Yeah.
down the street.
We live closer than they do at the hotel.
Yeah, we're closer. So we're gonna stay here, I think.
Yeah, but you'll miss
I
all the
would be
afternoon
too if
after
I lived
parties.
there.
Hey,
That's what we.
Jim,
need to
you
do
can
too.
bring Barb with you too. She can have the upper bunk in the kids' room.
Yeah.
We probably need to put directions to Camp Canby in the letter.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
At least the address so they can put it in their GPS.
Where's your?
Okay. The address of Camp Canby.
I know our guy from Minnesota, he's gonna take the shuttle to the hotel, but he did say that he'd like to be able to get a ride with somebody because I told him I didn't think he needed to rent a car. Probably
No,
be enough people there that somebody give him a lift.
It's just
And he
7
is-
minutes from the hotel.
Did he tell?
Well, that's the type of thing you set that up the night of you know,
Yeah.
get together,
Yeah,
so that he's not walking down there Saturday morning going,
yeah.
anybody still here?
Do you want me to get my phone?
No,
What about, oh, I know something we didn't talk about. What about that Saturday night dinner?
Oh, crud. At Gray's. Wow, wow, wow. You know what? They're having a hard time keeping staff in there.
Every place.
everybody is.
I know. They shut down on Mondays and Tuesdays now because they don't have enough staff. Isn't that
Did you-
crazy? That's just crazy. People.
Do they need advance notice for a group?
No, you're not allowed to turn reservations in, but they like Rick for some reason. And he goes down there and talks to the manager. And they can't really clear a room out for us because they just don't take reservations. But last year we had the room pretty much to ourselves. There was a couple of people in there. They just stayed and partied with us anyway, but still, we have to go down
As
there.
long
and
as
do
they've got the seating for us when we need it.
Yeah, yeah. We'll take care of that. We'll go down to Gray's and make sure it's still good. Are you
Yeah, I was
sure?
gonna say, Rick ought to make that, or one of you make that contact with him that you're planning on having a sizable
Right.
group.
Right. If I went there, they'd say, who's she?
Jim, are you ready to write this down, sir?
Yep.
It's 10740 East County Road 700 South.
Yep.
Canby, Indiana, 46113.
All righty.
And Margie, you'll appreciate this. We have been trying to get a hold of somebody at Camp Canby to make sure everything was good. Rick texted Ryan.
15
He
minutes.
answered in 15 minutes. We were like, what's going
Yeah,
on?
I talked to Rick. Yeah, he told me that. I was like, thank
Very
goodness.
nice. He's on top of stuff this time. So, because we were both talking about, we don't ever want to do this again
And then
because
he,
Yeah.
you can never get a hold of him.
then he sent me an email back asking if we needed the tables and the coffee.
Yeah, real nice about it.
That's good.
Yeah, it is. It helps
Okay,
out.
so we've got we're gonna have the letter go out about that. We got the directions on it and all the other pertinent information. And then you guys are gonna talk to Mooresville,
Right.
and you guys are bringing water. Owen's bringing chips, so I don't need to do
Yeah.
anything with chips, right?
No, I got the chips.
All right. And we'll have the sandwiches, I guess, on Saturday, the hammer turkey sandwiches and stuff. And then the barbecue, I figured what I'll do with that is I'll just have it in my big cooker and I'll dip out sandwiches as they come through, whatever. And then we'll have the other stuff that individual.
Yep. We're just gonna
Sounds
have to
good.
keep it simple this year. We
I
just-
told them that and nobody had any issues. That it was there before. I said, we can't do what we did before. And
Right.
we're gonna have everything wrapped so it'll be safe and no problem, you know.
Okay.
Okay. I
All
guess-
right.
They do have buffets in Branson. And he said, here's what they did there. And I said, well, I'm not gonna have buffets, but they gave each person tongs.
Right.
And then they just used them and then put them in a thing and then they sanitized them.
Yep.
So each person had their own personal tongs, but I think, you know, I can just package stuff.
Yeah,
Probably
that's-
be just as
Yeah.
easy.
Contamination
Yeah.
of your food.
Yeah. Just make sure you turn your receipts into Gary.
One other thing, they're in, instead of going to Gray's, if I can't get a room for Gray's, there is a pizza place down here that has a separate room. that we could set everybody in. If you want me to check that out as well.
Yeah, check it out.
Okay.
Always good to have a
One way
backup.
or another, we'll find a place.
What pizza place?
The one right there in Mooresville, the one at
Oh, Chicago Pizza.
Chicago. It's got a room by itself.
Okay. I hope we get to go to Gray's.
Yeah, because I told people we probably would be going there and then you could pick whatever you wanted, you know.
Right, right. Hopefully
Yeah,
we'll
which
get to
is-
go. We're
Which
going
is a good,
Saturday evening. I know they'll be open on a Saturday. That's their busiest day. So,
did you put in there, Jim? I did say something about the food allergies and stuff.
Yeah, I'll have something.
Or,
typed
you
up.
know, if there's any special diet or something they can't have. Everybody I asked didn't have any, but like I said, I didn't talk to every single
Yep.
person.
We'll work it in. If I don't have it in there or you don't like the wording, move it around a little bit and then. we'll get it
Okay,
out.
okay, this is just my opinion, but you guys tell me. Okay, so our price was supposed to end August 1st, right? We did it, we extended it.
Stand it.
But if somebody was given the same price, right?
Yeah,
If somebody
Yeah.
should contact me.
give them the same price.
Yeah.
Just get it. If we got people coming, that's just extra people and extra money. Right
Yeah.
now, the way I look at it.
Oh,
Yeah, just keep
I
the
was
same
thinking
price.
too, we might want to say something about our, this is something we didn't do very much. A little bit did about it that we were trying to raise money for our 501. Should we ask for a toy to be brought, or do you want to do that, or?
I don't think so at this time myself.
No.
If they
Uh,
want to, you know, if they want to give a donation or something, they can.
Yeah.
Donation can.
I can bring
Okay.
that mailbox that John Medley gave me.
Yeah.
And if they want to put a donation in it, that'd be great.
Yeah, we do that. and get a donation. They want to
We
do a
got it
donation, fine. If not,
Yeah, we
Okay.
got donations last year that really helped our group out a lot. So that was great.
Yeah.
Or 2 years ago, I'm sorry.
well, I was
They
going
would
to
donate.
raffle a Santa suit off, but somebody bought it off of me already.
Oh, they did.
Somebody's flying
Yeah.
in while trying to bring a toy is a real nuisance.
Right,
Yeah.
right. It was not a mandatory anyway. It would be just a suggestion. But I think that if we have something there, we can
You
have
know, just a
something.
thing of their donation. If they want to donate something, that's fine. If not,
Mhm.
I had
that's fine.
people ask, are you bringing any clothing, Jim?
I don't have a whole lot right now.
Yeah, there was a couple
We
people
did some
asked. me-
remodeling at the house. And everything
Okay.
went into the sewing room for storage.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, I mean, a couple people did ask me if we were having vendors. I said no, but I said we do have somebody that does sew. He might have some stuff. I don't know. So if you do and
I
you want
may
to bring
have.
it,
I may
Okay.
have. We finally cleared off my sewing table.
yeah,
or anybody else got anything they want to sell, bring it.
Yeah.
yeah.
You can get rid of something.
How much do you think Rick will go for?
A lot.
Oh, wait, I can't sell him yet. He has a good job. He supports me now.
After 7 years, she kicked me out the door. So
We're on the 7-year plan right now.
Oh,
Ah,
I figure I got 7 years left in me before I retire. That put me at 70. All right, I think everything is pretty
Anything
much
else?
wrapped up.
All right.
If anybody
So-
needs anything, just send out an email. We'll go from there.
all righty.
Well, let's
Good
go
to
ahead and
see you
close the
guys.
meeting then and see you guys in a couple weeks.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Take care. Stay
Bye.
healthy.
Bye.